What's up, y'all? Welcome to the very first video diary or video journal. I actually don't know the official name of it, but I'm gonna be taking you guys with me and showing you guys how my day goes. As you can see, this particular day I went to bed super late, not like me. It was 12:52 and I woke up early around 6 to take the kids to school, so I was really tired. You guys can see a mini, what is it called, get ready with me, or a morning routine rather. This is actually when I do have time. Not often do I have time to do the whole jazz, but this morning I had time. So I'm gonna explain the whole video diary or the video journal process or the whole ideology and what I want to get from this later in the video, so stay tuned. Hey y'all, well, I don't know if this video is directed to anybody. I feel like this video is mainly for me, for my own documentation, for my own testimony, I guess. This is just for me to see how far I've come. I've always done these, but I feel like now I kind of just want to post them, or make them public rather, because I still do post them on my YouTube, but I just have them private. But I'm going to be making video diaries or video journals, and yeah, just recording my thoughts, recording what I go through on a day-to-day basis. And I'm trying to create a routine, a regimen to get what I need out of life, per se. Yeah, I don't want to say get what I want, because I'm, starting to figure out what I want all the time isn't what I want, but get a little personal. But yeah, I'm starting to figure out what I want isn't always what I need, but I'm trying to record and document what I've been going through and how life is going to be, because I am very hopeful that it's going to change. I just feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what it is directly. Like, I know vague stuff, but I don't know directly. So you guys seen the little footage of this morning. I've been up for maybe about an hour. Got myself ready, took my kids to school. Now I'm on the way back home. Yeah, what basically triggered me to do these and actually post them and get more serious about it and more consistent, is what happened yesterday. It's just been a collage of things that happened yesterday that made me realize, okay, trauma. Like, I see trauma everywhere, and I feel like I've been living my life like that. Like, I've been living my life through the lens of trauma, and I kind of want to, I want to get out of that. Like, stop making every decision based on a trauma. The sky is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, y'all gotta see this. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. That's one thing I love about being up so early. Like, you see the sky, and it puts me in a mood of gratefulness. Like, wake up and seeing the sunset or the sunrise every morning, it just puts me in a spirit of gratitude. Like, God really did this. Like, he shows himself in a million different ways. You just gotta be open to looking, or be open to seeing him. But back to what I was saying, I realized yesterday that a lot of things, well, majority of the things, I can even say 90% of my life is seen or directed through trauma. And yeah, like, I can't be the most authentic and I can't be the best version of myself if I'm letting past experiences, past thoughts, or past patterns and sequences define where I'm going. And it's really harder to actually follow through and do it, but I'm hoping that documenting this and actually posting it serves as a accountability partner, or some sort of accountability for me. Yeah, so to dive deeper into what I'm feeling and what triggered this. So I realized yesterday I was missing somebody like crazy. Not like crazy, but like crazy. That didn't make no sense, but like I found myself like missing people that I had in my life, and I feel like this is a continuous cycle for me. I feel like every time I have a friend, I don't know how, I always attach to them. It's either when I meet someone, I feel okay, so I'm gonna say this. I feel okay with saying hi and bye to people. Like when it comes to like just meeting people, I feel okay with just saying hi and bye to them, or not really doing the whole jazz. Like we could talk, we could have a conversation. I may not ever see you again, cool. That doesn't really bother me too much. Oh, this person might be around for a little while. I feel like that's when I have my guard up, and then I start seeing through the lens of trauma. Like, what does this person do this? Like, I think of every scenario, and it's always like a what if. And I miss out on a lot of opportunities to meet great people and have or be accompanied by great people because of that. Like, I could see the slightest bit of a familiar pattern. Yeah. So what I was saying was, I could see the slightest bit of a familiar pattern, and I feel like it's my objective, and I make it my personal business to stay away from this person, or self-sabotage, make that person not want to be around me, or push them away in some way. And sometimes it be unintentional, but sometimes it's intentional. But literally, like, it always happens, unless I'm intentional, like, okay, I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna work to I'm gonna work to foster this relationship and make it work. But somewhere down the line, I always feel like, okay, once I get into that uncomfortable stage, I always self-sabotage. So that's me when it comes to relationships, and I feel like that's my biggest struggle. Like, any type of relationship, I feel like I struggle with, because it's not that I can't, but I'm naturally unwilling to let people in or see people for who they are, or accept people for who they are, because there's a difference between striving to see someone's potential and knowing that someone's imperfect and allowing them room to grow. And I struggle with differentiating between the two. I feel like my thought process be, people be knowing what they doing and they out to get me, so I'm gonna let them do them. I'm gonna let them be messed up on their own, and I'm gonna go live my life on my own. And that works for a little bit, but then you do have those moments where, like, life isn't meant to be me alone all the time, or me being skeptical all the time. So I feel like in this specific situation that I'm thinking of, on this specific person, well, it's a couple of people. Some people that I've thought about, like, as far as a friend aspect, I feel like some, we outgrew each other, and they're doing their thing, but I still keep that communication with them, because I feel like the friendship that I have with that person is for this thing. Like, this is where we connect at. So needing them or wanting them for that reason or for another reason can kind of, mess things up a little bit. So I'll keep you there, and we can bond over that, and then whenever it's time, whatever. So that one is a little out of control, or that one is a little, it's crazy. But that one is a little, that's life. Like, that's a part of growing up in adulthood. What else? As far as a relational aspect of things, I feel like another trauma that I contributed, or I how do I say this? Like, I've connected, or I felt like I connected the dots was, I never really felt chosen. Like, I felt like people were like, okay, she's here, we could do this. You're just here. Like, if I was friends with someone who was popular or known or whatever, they would have all the friends, and because I was in that scenery, I had that opportunity to meet other people. But now that I say it out loud, it doesn't really sound like a bad thing, but, you know, being younger and digesting that, it didn't go down too well. So I'm like, I'm never really chosen. In my household, I was quiet, didn't really fiend for too much attention directly. And I feel like I was pretty much overlooked in, like, literally every aspect of my life. It's always been about somebody else, and my identity was always connected to somebody else. Oh, you're this person's friend, you're this person's sister, you're this person's brother. Never, oh, you're that person, you know? And that didn't change for me until about 2 years ago, when I actually started doing my thing and started taking initiative. That did come with a price. But yeah, so I feel like I wasn't really chosen. So in a relational aspect, I feel like to choose me, it'll be like, why? I can't really figure out why. Or I always try to figure out what is this person's why. And I do blame the type of movies that I would watch and the type of books that I would read when I was younger, because I feel like that fed, or that affirmed to me that people aren't genuine, or people aren't, you know, that kind of led me down a path to being a hopeless romantic, that people aren't as nice or as genuine. I guess I'm being genuine. People aren't as genuine as I would like them to be, or I fantasize, I can use that word, them to be. So yeah, so I feel like me not being chosen and me dealing with rejection has been interpreted in my mind that, you know, people not real, people not, you know, they don't really be on that type of timing. So stay away so you can protect yourself. Stay away so you can protect yourself, and that's just the best way to do it. And I feel like I push people away. I'm not around people that I really care about, or around people I see or I aspire to build connections with. Once that guard goes up, literally, I cannot lie to you guys. Once that guard goes up, I feel like it's a whole new person being presented, but that the authentic me is still inside. Like, I'm still there witnessing everything, but I have no say-so over how I speak or how I perform, basically. And that's a whole nother trauma, feeling like I always have to perform and never being the authentic me. But yeah, I'm just getting tired of it, and that's what I'm dealing with now. I just get tired of just performing all the time, or not being able to be me, not being able to be vulnerable, or know who to be vulnerable with, and having those boundaries. You know? Not really being so attached and whatever. But I feel like with this specific, wow, that was crazy. This specific situation, I completely understand what I've done to make the situation worse, and how I could have pushed this person away. So that's kind of the result I'm expecting. But I feel like, I don't know, for some reason this person keeps coming back around, or this person it's in the same vicinity, no matter how much I try to stay away, or how much I try to, I don't know, maybe this person is gone for good this time, or I'm being taught to listen. I don't know at this point. I really don't know. But I'm just tired of living my life through trauma and all that. Y'all can see how drained I'm getting to even talk about this, because like, it's really just crazy to me how I can I don't know. Look at that neck, girl. But yeah, so what I'm about to do now is I'm going to be doing I have a devotional that I'm doing. I think it's a 5-day devotional. I think I'm on day 3 today. about rejection and how that spirit of rejection actually transpires in your life, and the biblical way to go about it, what the Bible says about it, all that stuff. After that, I think I'm going to the gym. I don't really know too much of the details of what I'm doing today, but I'm definitely going to take you guys along with me. Today's pretty much more of a productive day. I'll definitely have more video journals or video diaries where y'all see where I'm completely bummed out, or I'm not really as motivated. Today I'm motivated. I'm like, okay, today I'm going to do the video thing. I recorded it, all that. But with this whole series, I just want to be very authentic. Like, I'm not really striving for views. I'm praying that God shows these videos to the people that will actually benefit from it, or the people that can, okay, people actually go through this, or, you know, people that can be inspired by my story. I am human. I'm going to fall short. But how do I navigate with falling short? How do I not associate me making mistakes as shame, rather than just feeling guilty for an act and knowing that I can push forward through that, you know? I'm just tired of this. I've been so tired for really? I've been tired for ever since I feel like this relationship, I wouldn't okay, it's a relationship, but it's not like a relationship for real. Like it's a connection that's being built. That's what I mean by relationship. Or was. I don't know where it's at now, because I've just been doing or not doing a lot of things. But I feel like with this relationship, it's really been open my eyes. Like, after certain things, and I have time to sit down and reflect, and like, why are you doing this for real? Like, if this is what you want, you can't, like, that's what the whole ideology of, like, I'll see, like, men say, why do women say no, but they really mean yes, and then when they really mean yes, they say no. I feel like that's the way that I'm acting. Like, I really want this, but I'm gonna act like this to make you act like this. It's a whole manipulation mind game, and I understand from another point of view how frustrating that can get. But it's a cycle that I'm really trying to get out of. I'm working to get out of, but yeah, we're gonna continue like that. I don't know what I'm about to do right now, but I'm about to go inside, and yeah, we're gonna see where this day goes. I don't know. As you guys can see, I really do get drained when I talk about stuff like this, but we're gonna finish the video and basically show y'all like the ins and outs. Like, I'm gonna be super transparent with you guys. Right now, a part of another journey that I'm going through is my weight gain journey. About every morning, I take one nutrient shake, like you guys see right here, and then I do 2 nutrients bars, and then eat breakfast, and then do the whole jazz from there. From like the 4-hour free time that I do have on like weekdays when I'm not working during the day, or, you know, after I drop the kids off, I usually just be on my phone doing whatever, or I push out orders, you know. If you guys don't follow me already, follow me on Instagram at DIY Machiavelli, MAKAVELI. You guys can check out what I do on my page if you guys are interested. You know, shop with me. But this particular day, I was just super tired, like OD, and I just took a nap, and I didn't realize how much time flew by, but it went by fast. Yeah, right now I'm making my bed. That's another thing I'm getting the habit of doing. I'm working on like just building habits to ultimately transpire to the life that I actually want to end up having, or the lifestyle I want to ultimately have. So, and the first thing I associated with that lifestyle is just making my bed every morning, you know, being organized, being, you know, intentional about certain things so our lifestyle can come to fruition. So I made my bed, and I've been doing pretty good. The time I'm recording this voiceover versus the time I filmed the video, it's like a 5-day span. So I can say I've been doing pretty good. I haven't really missed a beat. So, you know, pat on the back for that. But back to what I was saying about how I feel like the spirit of rejection has transpired, and affected me in my life, I feel like it activates or it acts as a boulder in between the lifestyle that I'm supposed to have. And yes, I say I'm supposed to have it because I realize that it's hard for me to visualize things that are good for me because of this. Like, it activates the pessimism in me. It I would say it removes that ideology that anything is genuine or I'm unable to be vulnerable. And any relationship that has, good substance, I feel like you guys have to leverage the vulnerability, and you guys have to be able to, have that sense of trust. And with me dealing with certain things, I feel like I can't really trust, or I don't know how to set those boundaries, and when those boundaries are crossed, like, what do I do about it? Things like that. I just feel like I struggle with knowing who to fight for, what to fight for, rather than just giving up and saying, okay, this is supposed to be like this, or I knew this was happening, or I knew this would happen. That's when the self-sabotage comes in. Like, I find ways to affirm to myself that I'm not supposed to have good, or I'm not supposed to have healthy relationships. And then I will actually look up and see people having those relationships that I long for. Like, okay, this is actually real. Like, this is not even no movie stuff that's only in the movies, or only things that you see on social media and then you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. But it really be like, okay, this is real. So you can actually go for that. You can actually work for that. But right here, I'm doing my devotional about rejection, and at an epiphany, I realized that the orthodox and the way to get out of this cycle is to just do it. And like, learn from your mistakes, even though that's hard for me. I don't really like, falling and getting up. I just want to get it right the first time, but that's unrealistic. So I feel like that's the way I'm going to go about that situation. I'll keep you guys updated. But after this, I got caught up in a lot, so I didn't really get to record after I picked the kids up. I went to the dentist, got my I don't know why I keep wanting to say veneers, but I got my retainers. I did a whole lot of stuff. I ended up watching the movie Django, and that really messed with my whole emotional state. So after watching that movie, it kind of put me in a drowsy spirit. I didn't really do too much after that. I wasn't able to be as productive. I didn't even work out. So that's literally how my day went. If I do end up posting this video, if you guys have any advice or you guys resonate with what I say, y'all can feel free to comment down below or DM me. All my socials will be in the link in the description down below. I appreciate y'all for listening to my little rant. Stay tuned for the next one.